How's it going, everybody? Dylan with Colonial Lawn and Garden here on a client's property because he has fairy ring. So I'm going to show you a little bit more of what that looks like, and I'm going to give you a DIY, do-it-yourself tips and tricks with how to solve fairy ring in your lawn. And then if that doesn't work for you, then you can come see us, the professionals at Colonial Lawn and Garden. So first, let's take a look at fairy ring in case you are unfamiliar with what it looks like. All right, so here we have our fairy ring. As you can see, it goes in a complete circle in this lawn here. We go around here and over to this area. So, oftentimes you will only notice the fairy ring once you've gotten to this stage and the grass is starting to die. However, if you notice just on the inside here, there's a little bit of a darker green color. And about 2 weeks ago, in the early phases of fairy ring, this was all quite dark green in the area. That's because fairy ring, it's a fungal growth, and the mycelia, as it travels and grows through the soil, actually breaks down biodegradable material and releases nitrogen, releases other nutrients that's actually quite good for the lawn. And so when those nutrients get released, it actually stimulates growth in the area. So you see a dark green circle around the yard. But then after the mycelia has lived its life cycle, it then becomes more dormant and then eventually dies. And once the mycelia dies, it's already filled up all those cracks and crevices in your soil as it's crept through it. Sometimes in more loam-rich soil, you can actually see the white mycelial dead growth throughout all of the soil. But in this sandy lawn that we have here, we're probably not going to find it. That mycelial growth, it's traveled all the way through the lawn, and it jams up the soil so much that even water can't penetrate. So you water it, and the water won't go into that area because the mycelia has traveled and it's made that soil so compact. So right now what I want to do is give you the DIY do-it-yourself so that if you see fairy ring in your lawn, here's the first step that you should do. First off, all right, garden fork. This is what we need. This is one of our main tools that is going to help us treat this fairy ring in the DIY method. Okay, the other thing we need is a bucket, 5-gallon bucket, 2-gallon bucket, whatever you got. I've got about a 2-gallon square bucket here that I use around the shop. And then the other thing, this is the main thing we need, Dawn dish soap. Dawn dish soap it doesn't have to be Dawn dish soap, but any dish soap that specifically is meant to degrease pans, be really aggressive at cleaning things, that's probably the soap you need. But I would just go with the regular good old Dawn, because I like to dance with the girl who brung me. The reason that we're going to use Dawn dish soap is because of the penetrant. It's a surfactant, specifically a penetrant surfactant, that is going to help us penetrate into this fairy ring in this area here. So the Dawn dish soap, we're going to add it and mix it with water and then pour it over our fairy ring once we get done poking our holes in the fairy ring. And it's going to help water, nutrients, air, and other bacteria penetrate into that area to break up that mycelia, get some other competition in there from other mycelial growth, and help us rebalance the soil and get the fairy ring problem solved. So I'm going to show you what that looks like here. First thing we're going to do, we're going to stab it. We're going to specifically stab this quite nicely, and we're going to work it, okay? Give it a little twirl. And this is helping break up that fairy ring fungal growth on there. And I think I'm a little bit off of it. Give it a little turn. So as you can see, we're stabbing it quite a bit. We want lots of penetration into this area, quite a bit. Give it a little twist. Here. We're just gonna keep doing this. That was a tough spot right there. All right, I'm gonna speed this up. You don't need to watch this. All right, so I've already used 5 ounces at another place, so I know I need, this is about 2 gallons, so we're gonna use another 10 ounces of my soap. We're gonna add this. Yeah. Get it in there. About right. Just a little bit more. That's just about right. So, you can see it is a very soapy mixture. Very nice and soapy, very sudsy. So, mixture that we're gonna be putting in here. I'll make sure that's nice and mixed up. There. So we've already poked our holes in our Fairy Ring Fungus. We've already poked the holes. Now the next thing to do is just to apply in a nice, steady, smooth fashion all over this fairy ring, right? Like so. Okay, all right. We made it all the way around and we've applied our soap. Now I gotta go wash my hands before touching the camera. All right, you lovely people. So we have just finished up our do-it-yourself fairy ring application to this lawn here. Where we go from here is you just water normally for your lawn. Take care of it just the normal way you would. Fertilize it accurately. Water, mow, everything, do it just the same as you've been doing. What we're gonna do here is, this is how you do the do-it-yourself treatment. And I'm probably gonna create a second video where we're gonna come back here in about a week and then we'll do 14 days after, because sometimes you need to repeat this application. It's not just a one-time deal. Usually, you know, if it was my yard, I'd probably repeat this probably every 3 to 4 days for about a week to see the full effectiveness of this. But that's what I wanted to show you. This is how you do a DIY treatment of your fairy ring fungus in your lawn. Thanks guys, we'll see you around.